Hello, my name is Ken Shields, and this is my presentation for this week's assignment, the Leadership Journal, and I will be discussing the 5 leadership practices. So, who is leading? Let's find out. What are the 5 leadership practices? They are model the way, inspire a shared vision, challenge the process, enable others to act, and encourage the heart. Additionally, I will unpack each practice by applying the SMART model to each of them. SMART is an acronym for being specific about how you plan to carry out each action. Is each action measurable or not? Is the action attainable? Is the action relevant or reasonable? And what is the timeline for accomplishing the action, or is a timeline necessary? The first practice is model the way, and for this practice I have chosen the action of setting a personal example. So how is this done? If we apply this SMART model, it would look something like this. Be specific. I would promote my place of employment in a positive light to those employed with the organization as well as those outside of the organization. I would treat the company's resources, time, and employees with the utmost respect by not abusing the company's resources, time, or employees. And I would never abuse my authority to seek personal gain or profit or favors. This action is measured based on quarterly or annual performance reviews based on goals set during the prior quarter or year. In order to accomplish these actions, I must, prior to leading others, make each action a priority that is reflected in my personal character, which is on full display every day, regardless of my title, position, or the environment I find myself operating within. The actions that have been listed are relevant simply because an employer would expect this from any of its employees. The actions are only reasonable when the leader promotes, communicates, and becomes a mental model representing each action as the norm. The time for achieving this action is ongoing. However, as a goal of a performance review, it will be monitored throughout the year and addressed during the performance review. For inspire a shared vision, I have chosen the action to look ahead and communicate the future. How would being smart look when modeling this behavior? Specifically, occasionally remind the team of the team or organizational goals and team or organizational standards. Have individual discussions with each team member about their future with the organization as it relates to the vision of the organization. The action is measurable by discussing the topic during weekly team meetings, but more specifically during annual employee evaluations or reviews. This is the time I would require team members to set 1 or 2 goals that can be worked on throughout the year. In order to accomplish this action, I must be intentional about communicating the action to myself and those within my sphere of influence. The actions are relevant because they help ensure the development of employees. The actions are reasonable because the leader encourages the team members to create their own goals that can be monitored throughout the year and adjusted as needed. Time for achieving this action is ongoing. However, as a goal for performance review, it will be monitored throughout the year and addressed during performance reviews. Additionally, each action will be addressed periodically during weekly team meetings. For challenge the process, I have chosen to challenge skills and abilities. How would this behavior look when applying the SMART model? As a leader, I must first demonstrate a capacity to challenge the process. By not allowing myself my skills and ability to lead to become subpar. Additionally, as a leader, I must challenge myself to acquire multiple skill sets, or improve on a specific ability in order to be more useful within the organization. The first action would be measured based on my annual performance reviews. I must show signs of improvement in the workplace based not only on my performance, but how my team performs. The second part would be measured by cross-training and allowing team members to support different areas within the organization during times of need. The actions listed above can be attained by first ensuring I, as a leader, continue to challenge myself by stepping outside of my box, continuing to learn new information inside and outside of the office, and being able to implement newly attained information into the work environment. The second part is attainable by being intentional about employees cross-training on different positions and job duties around the organization or within a department. The actions listed are relevant and reasonable because they make all team members more knowledgeable, more dependable, and more marketable within and outside of the organization. Time for achieving this action is ongoing. However, as a goal for performance review, it will be monitored throughout the year and addressed during performance reviews. For enable others to act, I have chosen to provide leadership opportunities for others. The behavior, when applied to the SMART model, will look something like this. Seek out opportunities to promote members of the team or allow them to take promotions on other teams. Speak to the team members about their plans for the future and inquire about their interests in leadership. This action is attainable contingent on 3 conditions. There is a budget for new leadership positions, there are opportunities for new leadership positions, and there are individuals to select from the team for leadership positions. Leadership development is important because the image of each individual leader represents the image of the company. Developing solid leaders ensures the future of a company, and providing leadership opportunities would be a boost to morale for many individuals within the company. Time for achieving this action would be addressed as a goal for performance review, and it will be modeled throughout the year. Lastly, for encouraging the heart, I will speak life into those who have chosen to follow me. I have chosen to encourage others as a behavior to model. Applying the SMART model, first being specific. I would help others to develop as people, employees, and as leaders by encouraging them to follow their dreams for every aspect of their life. Additionally, by helping them to realize their full potential or helping them seek out a way to discover their full potential. This action could be measured by having individuals create a development plan for themselves and check off items as they accomplish their goals. This action is obtainable contingent on the desires of the employee and the creativity of the leader. This action is made relevant because encouraging others helps in several areas of employee and personal development. 1. Building confidence. 2. Building trust. And 3. Building character. Time for achieving this action is ongoing. However, there is no specific time frame for accomplishing this action. The reason being is that no matter how much a person is encouraged, personal development is primarily based on the individual's desire to grow. Well, that concludes this presentation. I hope you have enjoyed it and learned from it. Thank you.